Hey guys, Travis T here,
And Cartoon Joe.
and we are back here in August with our next 30-day diet challenge. Joey, just to recap, how was the military diet for you overall, especially finishing up and everything? Pros and cons about
Mediterranean.
it. The Mediterranean. What did I say?
Yeah, sorry. Military. You're ahead of yourself.
Yeah, that's what we're doing this week. Yeah. Well, final thoughts and feelings on the Mediterranean diet, pros and cons from July.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. It is a little bit too loosely structured for. It's a great long-term diet. I think if you were to commit yourself to it for 6 months or a year or the rest of your life, it would work great.
Yeah.
But doing it for 30 days, you find yourself going like, well, it's only 30 days. Maybe I can have some cookies. You know.
Yeah, and that was the biggest downside to it. Is like there was no structure to it. There wasn't a calorie count. There wasn't a macros to follow and everything. It was kind of just trust your judgment on the intake of food. The positive I did get out of it is it did focus a lot on healthier foods, which most diets do. But
yeah,
in the sense of a Mediterranean-based like food supply, I guess if you would call it.
Yeah.
So I did
not
enjoy
super easy to get in the Midwest.
No, it's not. No. Especially during a food shortage kind of thing we're going through.
Yeah.
But I do like the positives of the healthy choices that they give you and how the meal plans they gave were pretty nice, and there were some pretty awesome Mediterranean style recipes like salads and proper and different ways to cook like the seafood and stuff like that. I just wish there was more of like a calorie count, a macro following, just to give you those restrictions that I think you would need in a diet. So.
Yeah. And I tried to do it that way, but I failed pretty miserably. I did good for the first couple of weeks, and then after that, I just fell off the wagon. So.
Yeah, it does. I tried to follow it the best I could. I think I did pretty well on it. I didn't have two. I think I had like maybe one or two sweets through it if I had any at all. But no, I actually gained my weight back. I wanted to follow the diet as it was presented, and I did. And I went shopping and I bought things I haven't bought for myself in a long time, like actual fresh fruits and
potatoes,
and bread, and stuff like that. It's just like the bloatiness just really got to me. But then after a while, like even though the bloating went away, the weight kind of stayed and stuff. So, like you said, long term, I think it'd work. Short term, definitely not. But restrictions considered for diets, I think this diet is going to be one of the most restrictive diets that we're going to try. Or at least I have done it before a few years back. I think this one's going to be new to you. But we're going into the military diet, which it's one of the biggest restrictions is the 900 calorie a day diet.
Every day or just for
3 days.
Okay, great.
So basically, this diet's one of those it's one of those crash diets that people would do when they want to lose weight before like a wedding or a high school reunion and stuff like that. And basically, you just do it for 3 days, and then you have 4 day off and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go over some of the 3 day on stuff that's meal planned. Some of the 4 day off options you could stick to if you choose to. But Joey, I want to get your opinion on, because you had an opportunity to look at this diet, you had an opportunity to see what you need to eat and stuff like that. What's your first thoughts when thinking about a 900 calorie a day diet and what the meals kind of consist of? I don't know if you have the meal plan in front of you.
I don't have it in front of me, okay. But that's okay.
Well, I'll do. Let me read you a couple of the meals, and then I just want to kind of get your feedback on that. Okay.
Perfect.
So I'm starting to diet today. So this is day 1 of 3 for my diet. So actually, I got my breakfast in front of me. I'm not sure if I could show you this, but
Ooh, that looks good.
Yep. So
toast and peanut butter and fruit
and grapefruit. Yes. And then obviously I got my coffee, which you can find right here in my This Freakin Show mug.
Nice.
Not product placement at all. So basically breakfast day 1 is your biggest meal day. So for breakfast I have in front of me, it's a half a grapefruit, a piece of toast, preferably wheat, but you can have any type of toast, it doesn't really matter. 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, which I actually have a tablespoon on here, and I had a tablespoon to myself as I was waiting for my coffee. So, and then obviously a cup of coffee, and that's what your breakfast is. Your lunch consists of half a cup of tuna, toast, and coffee. That's it. And then dinner is 3 ounces of meat, steak, or chicken, a cup of green beans, half a banana, 1 apple, small apple, and then a cup of vanilla ice cream is kind of like a dessert or a treat.
Wow.
So all the meals are pretty similar to that over the course of 3 days, except this day is the only day where it actually feels like a dinner. The next dinners, you get 2 hot dogs on day 2, you get a cup of tuna on day 3. But there's always the ice cream and the bananas kind of see consistent through that as well.
Gotcha.
So your thoughts on the diet restrictions, what the meals look like and everything. I'm gonna let you talk for a little bit while I could eat a little bit of my breakfast.
Perfect. I 900 calories a day is not very much. That would be tough to do for every day, but I can see 3 days. I assume it's 3 days in a row and then 4 days off. Yeah, that's not so bad. It's basically, it feels like intermittent fasting over the course of a week instead of daily, which I think is doable. I do find myself remembering. Have you ever heard of the? I can't remember the name of the diet anymore, but it was every time you're hungry, you're supposed to drink 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, quarter teaspoon of cayenne pepper, a tablespoon of honey or maple syrup, and 8 ounces of water.
I know that's a cleanse.
Yeah.
I don't know the diet that's relatable to is, but I know that was a kind of it was a diet. It was a cleanse to flush your system, but at the same time, it was to make you full before you eat. But yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so we treated it as an actual diet when I was working at the store in Lafayette. And we basically were like, anytime we were hungry, that's what we could have. And you could only have it, I think, a maximum of, I want to say 4 or 6 times a day. I can't remember what it was. But either way, by the end of day 2 of that, I was practically crashing my car trying to drive it places because I was so tired and hungry and I couldn't focus. And so anytime I hear of a pretty extreme calorie restriction, I get nervous. But luckily, like we've already talked about, I'm planning to do this on my 3, basically my 3 off days.
Yeah.
Within my work schedule, so it shouldn't be too bad. It sounds honestly, I love tuna. I love peanut butter. It's great that I get to have 3 ounces of chicken probably. I think it's going to work. I think it sounds pretty good. So, and I really like the other 4 days are basically unrestricted, right?
Yeah, and I'm gonna pull this up real quick, and this is something I didn't know if you had a chance to look at, but there is a vegetarian vegan alternative to this military diet.
I didn't have a chance to look.
So I'm gonna post all this stuff on Our Freakin Journey group page that's on Facebook, which you guys are welcome to join just by searching Our Freakin Journey. But I know with your wife being vegan or vegetarian, vegetarian. I figured this is something that it wouldn't interfere in you guys enjoying the same meal at some point, or at least enjoying the same foods, not so much the same meal, because obviously this is a crash course diet for people who are like, well, first off, want to lose weight real quick, but us just want to give it a shot for 30 days.
Right.
I mean, I want to lose weight too, but so let me go through the days off alternatives that you could try, and then I'll kind of read through the vegetarian vegan options as well.
Nice.
So military diet, 4 days off, meal options. So they kind of list off what you can have for breakfast, what you can have for lunch, what you can have for dinner. Not so much meal plans, but alternatives what you can eat.
Gotcha.
And they're basic things. A yogurt parfait. There's something called a cheerful morning, as they call it. It was basically a cup of milk, a slice of banana, and a cup of Cheerios. You could also eat an orange, egg on toast, scrambled egg, whole grain toast, tomato slices and avocado slices, walnut waffles and berries, 2 whole grain waffles topped with a quarter cup of strawberries, blueberries, and walnuts, Florentine eggs and egg McMuffin, scrambled eggs on egg McMuffin with spinach. Lunch options, you got a Mediterranean plate. Look at that. Piece of whole wheat pita bread stuffed with an ounce of feta cheese, a cup of tomatoes, 6 olives, a quarter cup of hummus, raw spinach drizzled with a tablespoon of olive oil, vegetarian quesadilla, a whole wheat tortilla stuffed with, goddamn, GD. Whole wheat tortilla stuffed with 3/4 cup of cheddar cheese, black beans, peppers and mushrooms and stuff like that. Dinners, barbecue, black bean burger and slaw for the vegan option. Shrimp and zucchini pastas. Cheese and artichoke pizza. Snacks, you could have snap peas, carrot sticks, a 12-ounce latte with one clementine or mandarin orange. Banana with peanut butter, sorbet, apples, bag of popcorn, stuff like that.
Nice.
So it gives you a guide on what you can have on your off days. Now the off days are for you, so it's a way to kind of rebuild the energy that you kind of lose over the 3 days. Because I've done military diet before, and it lags on you, you know. And when you're
I believe
driving,
that.
40 minutes, about 35 miles for work and stuff. My mistake is I was trying to, I guess not so much crash diet, but fucking wreck diet, and I did it for 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
So my fourth day was like it was a mistake because when I did it in the 4 days, I just felt really drowsy, really tired at work and stuff like that. So I think the 3 days I think they're just put into place just so you can kind of reach those goals that you need to reach and then get back into like a normal, close to normal eating habit that you can while still maintaining a healthy like concept. Um, for your vegan options, they're pretty similar. So like for this one, breakfast, grapefruit toast, peanut butter, coffee, normal. Lunch two, which normally you'd have a half cup of tuna, instead you have a half an avocado. For dinner, 3 ounces of meat. You'll just have tofu. They're just replacing like those things. Breakfast,
Gotcha.
instead of an egg, you have baked beans. Um, and stuff like that. So
Gotcha.
I'm gonna post this up again. It's gonna be on our journey page. I'm gonna post the links to the vegetarian option, what the 3 day meal plan we're gonna follow actually is, and then the 4 day off alternative. That way everyone else has it. And Joey, you have a direct link to it if you need it as well.
Perfect.
Um, I know we talked before about like weight loss goals and everything. I know you're not so focused on weight loss anymore as you are kind of muscle building. Is that still your focus going into this diet? Seeing the outcome of the Mediterranean diet and stuff like that, or where are you at now based on not only test driving this diet, but your goal overall at the end of August?
Yeah, I think that is more my goal, is to continue to build muscle and to lose fat. I would like I did notice this morning when I weighed myself, and granted I forgot to do it when I first got up, so I did have, breakfast and a cup of coffee and a cup of water. But I'm back up to 220 again, and so that's a little disappointing to see. And so I'm hoping that this helps motivate me to start taking better care of myself again. I definitely have been. I mean, this cheat week that we took, I really took advantage of it. I mean, I ate that Portillo's over the weekend. I ended up actually eating it all that day, which was surprising to me. And it makes sense, right? I mean, it's basically it's fast food, so there's a lot of sugar in it, and so it makes sense that I would crash really hard and need to be eating all day, which is basically what I did. And then on top of that, I found myself, when I went to the grocery store, I got a package of Oreos and some orange juice, which if you've never dunked Oreos in orange juice, you're missing out on something in life. It's really good.
That I'm going to talk to you about something after the show. I had an idea for that. Reminds me.
Okay. Nice.
But
But yeah, and then I had one request for the cheat week, which was chocolate chip cookies. And so my wife made probably, her batch of chocolate chip cookies usually makes about 36 cookies. I think I ate at least 20 of them. So, and then on top of that, for my birthday yesterday, we went out to the local gelato place and had gelato, which I think gelato is a little healthier than ice cream. But
is it?
Probably not. It just feels like it.
I think it has twice the sugar as ice cream.
Yeah, but it's got less fat. So.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just kidding. It was very sugary and delicious, but
it's your
rich,
birthday, man.
so good. Yeah, it was my birthday. I had to celebrate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I'm a little disappointed with where I've been the last few weeks. I'm ready to get back on the wagon. Looking forward to honestly, I'm ready to do some push-ups. It's weird to miss doing push-ups, but that's where I'm at in my life. So
Yeah. Well, this diet, they say that you could on average lose 10 pounds doing this diet. So I'm excited to see how that is. I'm at about 415. I think this morning I was at 415.4. So I'm rounding down because I didn't hit point 0.5. So I round down. So 415 where I'm at. Still I'm happy that I'm away from the 421 or where the hell we're at when we're doing the keto diet.
yep.
Other than the tortillas that we had, I really didn't blow this week, our free week, just because I know what I'm capable of doing as far as food. So
Right.
I still tried to maintain that, but with today being the starting of this diet, so I got today being Thursday as we record this a little late. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday for this week. I'm excited to see how if the 10 pounds actually does happen. And then obviously just maintaining and doing all this stuff the right way. So and then one of the cool things is like it's the grocery list isn't that bad. It's probably gonna be
Right.
one of the more affordable things that we do. I think the only thing that would be a little bit pricey on here would be probably the peanut butter, and then maybe some of the fruits, depending on where you get it from. I was lucky enough to, I don't know if this was fate, if somebody above was looking down on me here, but everything I needed for the military diet was on sale at my local grocery store this past week.
Nice.
So I was able to pick up tuna for 69 cents a can. I was able to pick up peanut butter, 2 for $4, and that was a Skippy. I think I told you I got chunky just to give it a go because normally I just get creamy. Bread was 69 cents a loaf. Grapefruits I think were like 79 cents a piece or something like that. Um, Green beans I think were on sale for like 99 cents a pound. So everything I needed was I either already had or was on sale. And the only thing I'm probably going to have to look to buy for the next month is going to be the bananas and the grapefruits. I think everything else is pretty. Oh, and apples. I think everything else is pretty. It's already like pantry storage, canned, and stuff like that. So you don't really have to learn about that. Bread, I may be able to get by just depending on how long it keeps in the fridge.
Nice.
I'm excited for it. I'm excited to give it a shot, seeing if I drop the 10 pounds in the 3 days, as it says, because I have done it before. And a guy being my size, it is definitely doable. But like I said, everything that we're going to do is going to be linked on the Our Freaking Journey page on Facebook. So make sure you find and follow us on there. And I'll start posting some of the pictures of the military diet. And I'll actually start posting pictures of some of the foods and stuff we make for these diets too. It's weird because I want to do all these things and I keep forgetting to do it. But Joey, just keep me in check on that. Make sure I'm doing that.
Okay.
Cool. Anything else you want to add or anything before we say out?
No, I think I'm good.
Cool. Awesome. Guys, make sure you tune in next week to get the follow up on our vlog and everything. If need be, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribing to us here at Freaking Net Studios, which the link will be somewhere over there. And if you want to follow up on our Mediterranean diet, if you haven't seen the conclusion of that, that's going to be somewhere over this way.
Nice.
So that's all I have, guys. I am Travesty.
And I'm Cartoon Joe.
And we will catch you next week as we continue our freaking journey through the 30-day challenge, the military diet.